Hey, it's Liz with Crafty Queen. We're going to take this old paint and sip painting that we did several years ago, and we're going to take it off the frame, and we're going to stain the frame with Waverly Antique Wax, and then we're going to wipe the excess back with a baby wipe. We're doing the inside, outside, and edges of this frame. We're going to give that a good dry. Take our Gator sander and sand it down in a few areas. Take our scrap wood bucket and start getting some shims, craft sticks, paint sticks, any little flat pieces that will fit inside this frame ledge. Then we're going to take the ones that we've chosen. We're going to sand the edges, the fronts, and the backs. This is just to smooth everything out while we're working. Then we're going to take some craft sticks and we are going to cut some different shapes. Some are just rectangle, some have angle. We'll also use some shims. And then we're taking our smallest size popsicle stick and we're going to cut the ends off of a few of those. And those will be used for the doors. Now it's time to choose some colors. I went fairly simple with some white, brown, and a light blue. I recommend acrylic paint for this, but the brown and white are chalk paint. Now if you like a cleaner look, then the chalk paint is fine. But the blue ones that are acrylic, they go on thinner and they look really nice after I sand them back later. And of course it takes less effort to sand them back because it's not as thick as chalk paint. Now once we get all of our little houses colored, we are going to turn our attention to the doors and roofs. For this I'll be using the same wax that I used on the frame. And we're going to put it on the edges and the tops of all of the roofs. Sometimes wax can prevent something from gluing down really good. And since we're going to be gluing the roofs to the houses, I did not wax the back of the roofs. Once we're all done painting and waxing, we're going to take our sand block again and we're going to distress the edges and go through the centers as well. Then we're going to line them up the way that we want them and figure out what the layers are going to look like. And I wanted to add some windows, so I needed to glue on the doors. And then I wanted to add some windows, so I figured I better put on the roofs so that I know where my windows need to go. The glue that I'm using is Titebond Quick and Thick. Once we see where all the doors and roofs are going to be, it's time to start gluing each one down. And some of them I put higher up, some of them I put sideways, and some of them are covering up holes or flaws in the wood. Now for the windows I used a paint marker. I did lots of different styles. Some are small and square, some are long and rectangular, some are huge, some are only on one side of the building. It's your world when you're crafting, so do whatever you like. I just had fun with it. Now once all the windows are done, they are kind of glossy and shiny, unlike the rest of the project. So after I dry it, I do take the Gator sander and I just go over the windows, which takes away some of that shine and makes it look rustic like the rest of the project. We're going to take some Titebond and put it on the edge of the frame, and then take some Titebond and put it on each of the houses. Now I did this over parchment paper, and I let it set for about 30 or 40 minutes. And it is all ready to hang or lean, whatever you like. I think this turned out so stinking cute. You could do it in so many different color schemes. It's just darling. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, be sure to follow and subscribe, and we'll see y'all again as soon as we can. Bye!